Police arrived at the scene in the next 6 seconds. Lives would change. Police say the four men jumped from the stolen car and ran when they were told to stop. Now, one of those men, Ryan Hinton, was suspect pointed his gun at the officer, and then I'm going to help clarify what the chief said.
So the body camera is kind of jolting as the officer's running. What that leaves us with is a very blurred image, unfortunately. However, based on the officer's interviews, the officer who did discharge his firearm said that when the individual came out between the dumpsters, he had the firearm in front of him. He was in like a bladed position, and it was pointed at the officer.
To this story, police say the man who hit and killed that deputy this afternoon in Coreyville is the father of the man shot and killed yesterday by Cincinnati Police. Now, whether the man in the car targeted that officer or this was just an unbelievable, bizarre coincidence, that is really yet to be known. A Cincinnati police officer who killed a man yesterday in East Price Hill says that he thought that his life was in danger when he shot the suspect, and we now know the identity of the man who died yesterday. He was Ryan Hinton, just 18 years old. He was one of four men suspected in a car theft earlier yesterday morning.
Yeah, what the hell going on in my city for real? Shit getting crazy. Dang, that boy shouldn't have been in that stolen car, but he was not pointing no gun. He ain't need to shoot that man. I just woke up to this shit. This shit crazy. I woke up and they was talking about rioting in the city, and I see this. It's crazy.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I start this video, I'd like to thank Forensics Daily News on TikTok for this story. So you got a 18-year-old kid named Ryan Hinton, right? And Cincinnati Police basically claiming that he was in a stolen car driving around. And basically they claiming that they fear for their life and all of that. But when you show him that they say that he put in a gun while he was running away from police. And the footage that I've been seeing it on local media. I've been seeing it right here on TikTok. And I haven't seen anything that proved that he even pointed the gun at the officer. So basically he was shot and deleted by Cincinnati Police. Now the next day, and I think because the father saw the video, saw the body cam video of one of the officers that shot and deleted his son. So in retaliation, and I'm just saying it in retaliation, I'm saying an eye for an eye, but in retaliation, he saw a University of Cincinnati police officer who was, who basically tried to escort kids from school and everything across the street. So, and a lot of people said they could have been intentional, it could have been a coincidence. But the thing of it is that I believe this was retaliation, but I'm going to get to that in a second. When he used his car, ran that, officer over and deleted him. So now he's been charged. Well, of course, he's been charged with vehicular homicide to a police officer. And now he's basically arraigned and everything else. But the saddest part about this story is that his 18-year-old son, I mean, a lot of people say he shouldn't have been in a stolen car and everything. But at the same time that he claimed that they said he had a gun, they pictured the gun on the side that he allegedly had. But then, even if that were true, and I remember in the state of Ohio, that is an open carry state, and anybody and everybody can carry a weapon. But at the same time, the reality is, let's just keep it real, that the 18-year-old kid was deleted by Cincinnati Police unjustly, because I don't see any evidence that he pointed a gun at an officer. I don't see that he been fearing for his life, even though the media portrayed that, oh, well, he ran away in a gun, try to style it like this, style it like that, and that's why. And you know that the media and police are hand in hand. They're not basically saying factual stuff. So when you have that situation, and it's been happening all across America when police-involved shootings, what happened to this young man in Cincinnati shouldn't have happened at all. Now, I know a lot of people in the comments going to say, well, dude had a gun. Well, dude, shouldn't if he shouldn't comply, blah, blah, blah. But the way the media portraying how he pointed a gun at the officer is totally not true. He was running away from that officer, and the officer shot him in the back. Now, the father of that young man that was deleted by Cincinnati Police, a lot of people say, did it purposely? Did it? Is it coincidental? Listen, when you see a body cam video of your son being deleted by Cincinnati Police, we as black people in this country, we wanted justice. This is all we want is justice for the people that did our family members wrong. But in some cases, some fathers are so angry and rageable that they'll do anything to get the system back, which in my opinion that was wrong. But that's just how they are. They killed his son. And obviously when you have police involved shootings, it's going to take something. It's going to take a person to be snap and go after these guys. Now, again, he's been arraigned, of course, awaiting trial. But ladies and gentlemen, it shows you that black people, it's like when a woman said this, that you better be glad that black people want justice instead of revenge. Because if they want revenge, it's going to be messy. It's going to be crazy. And then they talking about riots in Cincinnati. And then again, the last time before this incident that happened, I think it was like a couple of years ago, like decades ago, when a Cincinnati police officer gunned down an unarmed black man that sparked riots in that city. And it was so bad that the state of Ohio, the governor of Ohio at the time, issuing the National Guard to maintain order. But now it looks like history repeating itself this year than it was a couple of years back. So let me know what y'all think about this. I'm going to tell you like this, that this is retaliation in my opinion. But you have to understand that a lot of people say he had a gun, but he basically shot the young man unjustly, the way I see it, because I've never seen any evidence that he pointed or maintained. The media was just saying some crazy stuff, white-splaining, like, oh, he pointed like that while he ran away, which I don't see anything like that. And that's why the dad did what he did in retaliation but it's messy. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.